Has anyone ever stopped you and said, "You smell so good. What perfume are you wearing?" I don't wear perfume. I don't buy expensive fragrances or designer perfumes. I just wear my favorite Bath and Body Works lotion. So today I'm going to share with you my experience wearing Bath and Body Works lotion as a perfume, I guess. Welcome, friends, and if you're not my friend and you want to be my friend, just hit subscribe and we'll be friends. I'm Rose, and this is my channel where I talk about everything having to do with retirement. And today I want to talk about my Bath and Body Works lotion that everyone thinks is a fragrance that I wear. Now, I've never been a perfume person. Years ago, I tried to find perfume, and in fact, I think I wore Chanel because I smelled it on somebody else and I thought that smelled clean. And that's what I always liked, is like that clean smell. I don't like the flowery, heavy fragrances. As somebody who suffers from migraines, something like that could really trigger a migraine. And so I pretty much quit wearing perfume at some point. But then I was in a Bath and Body Works store with my sister, who shops there all the time. And she was buying this lotion, and I just thought it smelled so good. And it was kind of expensive. I think it was $9, which was more than I've ever spent on lotion before. But she smelled so good, it smelled good, so I thought, I'm gonna splurge, I'm gonna buy this. And then I put it on me and didn't think much of it. But I noticed over time that people always complimented me on my fragrance. So my secret is Bath and Body Works Warm Vanilla Sugar. This is what I wear every day, all the time. This is a fragrance that people compliment me on all the time. So the first thing I do, get out of the shower, you towel dry, and I apply this lotion all over. Not just on my arms, I put it on my legs, I put it on my neck, back, stomach, everywhere. It just really goes on really smooth, and it's really not overbearing at all. It keeps your skin moisturized, and the fragrance lasts for hours. It's become part of my daily routine. And I've gotten compliments pretty much everywhere, from a grocery store to a restaurant, even to the guy doing siding on my house. So just as an example, I'll share that with you, is we were in a Village Inn restaurant, and I think we were having lunch or breakfast, I don't remember which, but anyways, there was these two ladies that were sitting behind us. And when they finished their meal, they got up and they came around and they said, "Excuse me, I hate to bother you, but I was wondering, what is that fragrance you're wearing? It smells so good." And again, it made me laugh because I'm not wearing perfume. And I always tell them, "Oh, I don't wear perfume." And they just look kind of shocked. And then I let them know that, well, I wear lotion. It's Bath and Body Works lotion, Warm Vanilla Sugar. And they rarely believe you. But these women, they knew what Bath and Body Works were. And I had this guy that was putting siding on our house. And he called me out there to look at what he had done. And so I went out there, and he says, "Oh my gosh, you smell so good. What are you wearing?" And I said, "Oh, I'm not wearing anything. I'm just wearing lotion." And he gave me that look like he thought I was blowing him off. So he said, "I just want to get something for my wife, something different than what she's wearing now." And so I told him, it's Bath and Body Works, Warm Vanilla Sugar. And I don't think he bought it because I don't think he knew what that was. But the thing to remember when I tell people this is that I've noticed is it doesn't smell the same on everyone. I think it works with your body itself and the normal scent your body gives off, and kind of changes a little bit. Because I've noticed that me and other relatives that wear it, we don't all smell the same. It smells good on everybody, but it's just a little bit different. Like, I can tell who it is by the scent. I know this sounds weird, but I've also had my hairdresser. I remember my hairdresser asked me, "What are you wearing?" And when I told her, she knew exactly what I was talking about. So some people buy it, some people don't buy that that's what your fragrance is. Some people understand and some people don't. That's all it is just lotion. And it's not like I cake it on. You don't have to wear a lot, but it does give a very clean scent to it. And I like that. I like the clean scent. So this is kind of funny too, is that my house smells like me. People will say, "Oh, your house smells just like you." And it's the Warm Vanilla Sugar. And like I said, I just apply it in the morning basically. And maybe throughout the day I put it on my hands again every time I wash my hands. But it's a clean scent that kind of lingers in your house, and it's not overbearing at all. I've never had anybody complain about it. I've had people get into my car and say, "Oh, it smells just like you in here." In fact, when I was babysitting my grandsons when they were first born, and my son, when he got off work, or my daughter-in-law would get off work, and they would come and take their child out of my arms, and they would hug on him and they'd say, "Oh, you smell just like grandma." And at first I was like, "Oh, well, what's a grandma smell like?" And they were like, "Oh, no, it's a good scent. It smells good. It smells clean." And so I guess that's my scent. So I guess I've accidentally branded my house and my car with my scent. Now, finding your signature scent, you got to just try and see what works for you, but it's got to be something that you like. And speaking of that, something I started doing about a year ago is I started putting this on at night because, I'm sorry, my cat's distracted me. I started putting this on at night because it's a lavender aromatherapy from Bath & Body Works. And to me, I feel like that gives me, it relaxes me, right? So it helps me fall into a relaxing pattern so I can get to sleep. And it has a different scent on me. When I first put it on, I really smell the lavender, but when I get out of bed or I roll over and you can smell the scent again, it's just a soothing scent. It's not really strong, but it's just a very clean, soothing scent. And I think that might be part of what Bath & Body Works is I don't know that any of their scents are really overpowering, although I've only tried these two, so I can't really make that comment, I guess. I retract that. I've only tried these two, and they're not overbearing. So these fragrances can be like your calling card. I think if someone else smelled it, the first thing they're going to think about is you. But it's about more than just smelling good. It's certain scents can trigger memories. When I smell Old Spice, I think of my grandpa. That just reminded me of him because that's what he wore all the time. But scents can remind you of people or places or just moments in time even. In fact, this is another Bath & Body Works, a Cool Cucumber, I think. No, Cucumber Melon, I think that's what it was called. A dear friend of mine wore it, and every time I smell that, I think of her every time. And that again wasn't overpowering either. I thought that was a very clean, summery scent. It just made me think of summer, but it always makes me think of her when I smell that on somebody else. Leave in the comments, do you have a scent that is yours and that when people smell it, they think of you? Or is there a scent that you smell and you think of somebody, a good memory, or just someone in your past even? Just leave a comment, share your experience, your memories. That would be great to hear. I mean, I'd love to read those. So I guess really, when you do pick your own scent, it has to be something that's pleasing to you, hopefully pleasing to others, but also you got to think about cost too, because you want to be consistent with that scent, right? If you want, especially if you like it, you want to be able to keep buying it. And I get a kick out of it now that people smell it and think of me when they come in my house. "Oh, it smells like you," or "your car," or "you smell like grandma." It makes me laugh now. It's a good giggle, but you have to be consistent and be able to keep buying what you want. And hopefully it's a brand that's not going to go out of business, because that's the worst when you can't buy what you love anymore, right? But anyway, so I will always be buying Warm Vanilla Sugar and the Aromatherapy Lavender for nighttime, because those just have meaning to me. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel clean. So anyways, I appreciate you watching this video. I'd appreciate if you could subscribe and share this video and comment about any fragrance that you wear, even if it's not a lotion, just what fragrance do you wear, what's your signature brand fragrance? I'd love to hear from you. So thank you for stopping in, and I look forward to seeing you real soon.